Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some division. We talked about multiplication in the previous video, and now we got to deal with its annoying brother, division. So let's start the timer and get busy. First thing, as a kid your age, you just already have to know that division's way easier if you recognize that there are fact families. Look at this fact family triangle, for example. 6 is on the top. 6 is the answer in multiplication. 3 times 2 is 6. Hopefully you know that to be true. At the same time, 2 times 3 is also 6. And in the world of division, if you took that 6 and divided it by 3, you would get the other part of the family, 2. And if you took that 6 and divided it by 2, you would get the other part of the family, 3. So you see how this fact family goes together in different ways, and the better you can know those fact families and remember those fact families, the easier division is. That's something to work on. The reason you want to know those fact families is because division only gets a little harder, like in long division. Pay attention, come along with me, and we'll give this our best shot and see if we can get better at it. This is a long division problem. You've got 833 divided by 6. Now you wouldn't approach the whole humongous number. No. You would just approach a part of it, the part that 6 could fit into. So ask yourself, does 6 fit into 8? Yes, it does, because 6 is smaller than 8. So 6 goes into 8 how many times? 1. That's division. Boop. Now you have to multiply. Boop. 6 times 1 is 6. Now you have to subtract. Boop. 8 minus 6 is 2. Now we have to bring down. Boop. So you bring down the next number over. We already looked at the 8. Now let's look at this 3. Bring it down. And it crashes. Now you got to ask yourself again, more division for a second time. Boop. How many times does 6 go into 23? Well, if you know your times tables, you know that 6 times 4 is 24, but that's too big. We only want 23, so we have to go a little smaller. So we'll do 6 times 3. Yeah, 6 times 3 is 18, and that seems to fit okay. Now do a little subtraction. We did multiplication, we do subtraction for the second time. 23 minus 18 is 5. I did that. If you want to see how I did that, I borrowed from the 2. That turns into a 1, and that 3 turns into a 13. 13 minus 8 is 5, and then 1 minus 1 is 0. So if you subtracted, we need to bring down for a second time. Boop. That 3 comes all the way down. 53. How many times does 6 go into 53? We're dividing again. 6 goes into 53. 9 times? Nope. 6 times 9 is 54. That's a little too big. So we got to do 6 times 8. Yeah, 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. I know my times tables. You have to learn them too. And now we got to do some subtraction again. Oh boy, we did multiplication, got to do subtraction. 53 minus 48. Hey, that's 5 again. It is. And now we've got nothing left to bring down. So if you're a 4th grader, all you really have to do, there's nothing left to bring down. We already brought down both the 3's. So since there's nothing left to bring down, that's our remainder. So the answer to this problem is 138 remainder 5. The reason I'm showing you this if you're in 5th grade is because it has to do with our fraction problems. I bet you remember what 3/4 is as a fraction. As a decimal. Well, I'll tell you, 3/4 is 0.75 as a decimal. But did you know that you can figure that out even if you didn't have it memorized? It's true. Let me make a little space and I'll prove it to you. Remember that 3/4 is 0.75. Well, we're going to figure this out without even memorizing. We're just going to do some division. What you want to do is make your little division box. Okay. Here, let me move these words real quick. I want to move this. Go away, words. Go away. Oh, it's not listening to me. There's a timer. Sorry, guys. We're going to go over again. We always go over. So there's our division box. And what you want to do is you want to take your numerator and put him in the box, and go ahead and take your denominator and put him outside of the box. Then you have to divide. Now the first thing you should do is recognize that 4 is too big for 3. It can't fit inside of 3 because it's bigger than 3. So you add a decimal, bloop, bloop, bloop. You add a 0. And instead you ask yourself, how many times can 4 go into 30? Let's skip count. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Wait, 28. 28. That's pretty close. We skip counted 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Then you got to do subtraction. That's just part of the steps. You'll get 2. We don't want to stop yet. We want to do it one more time. So we'll add another invisible 0. Remember how I told you that to the right of decimals, there's all kinds of invisible zeros? Well, we need those invisible zeros right now. So let's, sorry about that. Let's put an invisible 0 and bring it down along division step of bringing it down. Goes right there. Now ask yourself, how many times does 4 go into 20? 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. Oh look, 20 minus 20 is going to give us 0. We like that. We like it when the subtraction gives us nothing left. And the final step for this is to take that decimal we put and bring it up. If you're in 4th grade and this just blew your mind, don't worry, don't need it. But 5th graders, this is you guys. This is you. Hey, if you followed all those steps with me, and you know, maybe you have to rewind and watch again, that's fine. But if you followed with me on those steps, you'll see that we've got 0.75. That division took us to 0.75. Yeah, and you guys already know that 3/4 is like 3/4, 75, 0.75. So one way to test if you know how to do this, think about a fraction that you definitely know what the decimal is. Like 1/2. I bet you definitely know what that decimal is. Well, try doing the division to make sure that you can do it correctly. And let's see if you can get 0.5, which we know equals 1/2, when you divide as well. Try it out, see what happens on your own. That's all the time. We went way over again. I'll see you guys later. Bye.